Yo, welcome back. So today what we're gonna do is basically rank 10 of the units here in Anime Vanguards, and we're going to be ranking them not based off of DPS, but rather be ranking them based off of how useful they are. So this is going to be 10 units ranked basically based on their usefulness, and you are going to see by watching this video up till the very end the most useful units here in Anime Vanguard. So if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright boys, so you better watch till the very end because this is gonna help you guys out a lot, because we're gonna be discussing the most important, most valuable units. Again, this isn't going to be based off of DPS, okay? It's not gonna be based off of DPS, and I know that there's gonna be people out there that are biased because they're gonna want their units to be higher in the list, but in my opinion, this is going to be quite accurate, but it's still just my opinion. For number one, the farm units are basically the most important unit in the game. You can literally not play the game without farm units. You can literally have the best units in the game, like top 2, 3, and 4, but without the farm units, you're basically still cooked. The farm units are just essentially the best units in the game, and you cannot play it without them. So they are going to be the most important units in the game, basically, right? Like, even if they don't do DPS, I know DPS is not everything, they're basically the most important units. There's nothing in the game that's more important than these two units right here in the game, okay? Than these units right here. Then for top 2, we're going to have again another basically kind of a tie here. So for top 2 we have Igis, and also for top 2 we also have Tangen. Now you ask me, AB bro, why are these two units at top 2? Why is this a top 10, most important units, but there's already units right here, there's already like 4 units right here? Because the reason for this is because farm units, these two farm units are equal in importance, and I think these two farm units as well are equal in importance. And honestly, basically Igis and Tangen is, in my opinion, very equal to each other, because they are both useful in their own way, and I just can't put Igis higher than Tangen, and I just can't put Tangen higher than Igis. The reason for this is simple. Tangen is way cheaper, has better DPS, has perhaps better upgrades. Igis has better passives, does more damage to bosses. He's a secret, he's cooler, and I think Igis just has better passives in general. So they are both good in their own way. So I don't know which one's really gonna be better, because they're both super equal. But if I was to rank them both, I would probably put Tangen below Igis, simply because Igis is just far more useful in some game modes like Paragon. Igis is going to be more useful in Paragon because he does more damage to bosses. He's going to be more useful in some other game modes because he can deal more damage to bosses as well, and he's also immune to stun, which is one of the reasons why Igis is going to be top 2 and Tangen is going to be top 3. Right, Tangen is going to be top 3. And then again, if you probably don't have Igis, then Tangen is probably going to be a good alternative. Now for top 4, we're going to have Vegeta. Now a lot of people are gonna say, bro, why Vegeta? You're losing your mind. Why is Vegeta too high? Vegeta is the best early unit in the game. What this means is he's super important because he's the early defense unit. Okay, what I mean by that is he's basically good in all game modes except maybe leaderboard or infinite, because Vegeta, for example, in Paragon, like let's take a look at Paragon for example, you can basically place Vegeta early on to basically defend your base while the two farm units are being upgraded to max, or while the farm units are being upgraded to max, so that you can place down your main damage units, which is either Igis or Tangen, so you can upgrade them to their max upgrade so that they can deal the actual damage. Vegeta is the best early defense unit to do that, because if you don't have an early defense unit, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get overwhelmed by enemies, and you're not gonna be able to place down your upgrades or place down your units properly, because you're gonna have to keep placing your units, everywhere, because your early units didn't defend it properly. With Vegeta, you can basically not worry about anything, because you just need to place him down, and he's gonna basically do the heavy lifting for you. He's very good, and he also breaks shields very well. He is the best early defense unit in the game. And again, this is not DPS, okay? This is not a DPS tier list. This is a usefulness tier list, which is why he's going to be at top 4. Now, top 5 is going to be Alucard, and this is simply because Alucard is going to have insane passives, or Alucard does have insane passives. But the reason why I put Alucard this high is his area of effect is actually the earliest in the game. Like, you can get his full area of effect very earlier than other units, and on top of that, his regeneration or any regeneration in the game or any bleed in the game can cancel out regeneration. And since Paragon stages and raids have regen enemies, having an Alucard that basically just removes regen will make everything so much easier for you. So if you just place down one Alucard, you're gonna get damage, and you're also going to get less regeneration from the enemies that you have. So Alucard is very insanely good in my opinion, and he deserves to be at the top 5 spot. Then you have Crocodile. Now, Crocodile's going to be in here. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, bro, why? Why is Crocodile up there? Again, the best support unit in the game. Like, he is literally the best support unit in the game. Like, how am I gonna put Crocodile any lower than number 6? He should probably be even better than Alucard, if I'm being honest, because Crocodile has, again, insane support capabilities. He's the best slow in the game. Without him, some game modes are going to quite literally be impossible. He is the best slow unit in the game, and he deserves either top 5 or top 6. I'm feeling a little bit conservative, so I'm gonna put him at top 6. But honestly, he might actually be better than Alucard because he's just an amazing unit. Like, he's the best support unit in the game right now currently. Now, for number 7, I am probably going to be putting down Haru Karin because, again, he is the second best support unit in the game, and this is why he deserves, or this is why she deserves the top 7 spot. She is the second best unit, or second best support unit in the game, right besides Alligator, which is why she deserves the 7th spot because she's an insane support unit. Like, there's nothing left to be said about her. She's an insane support unit. She deserves to be at number 7. Now, for number 8, we are going to have Jinwoo at number 8. Now, the reason why Jinwoo is gonna be at number 8 is, number 1, his summons are pretty good. He's relatively cheap, and also Jinwoo can synergize very well with Igris. He has passives that make Igris so much stronger. So that's actually one of the reasons why he's going to be at number 8, because his passives make the second, or not probably the first best unit in the game, so much more stronger. He basically puts out, or he basically gives Igris's, or he basically unleashes Igris's full potential, which is why he's at number 8. On top of that, he also has good DPS himself, and he has summons, which is pretty good. So he deserves to be at number 8 because his summons can also be very good boss killers. So that's why I put him at number 8. Now, for number 9, and I really hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to put Bloomer in number 9. Now, simply because Braids is basically one of the most farmed game modes in update 0.5. Like, you wanna farm for Rengoku, right? And you cannot farm for Rengoku without Bloomer, because the stage where you get him, Raid Act 4, is basically impossible without Bloomer. Not much left to say. She's gonna be number 9. Then for number 10, we're gonna have Rengoku. Now, this is because Rengoku is a number 1 very expensive unit. Number 2, his kit is pretty good. He has like very high DPS, but I think he is mostly an infinite unit. Like, if you want to get to the leaderboards, perhaps you want to probably bring a Rengoku unit because of how good he is. He also has, I believe, some of the highest DPS in the game currently. So if you're trying to go for just purely DPS, or if you're trying to go for like leaderboards, then I think Rengoku can potentially be very good for you. But again, this is the most useful units category. The units that are in here, like top 1, top 2, top 3, top 4, top 5, all the way to top 7, are the units that you basically can bring in any game mode, right? Like, I could bring Igris in raids, boss rush, leaderboards, story, whatever. I can bring Tengen in all of those game modes as well. I can bring Alucard in all of those game modes as well. But honestly, I don't think I can bring Rengoku in those other game modes because of how expensive he is, and also because of how much better these other units are compared to him. Now, these units right here in the bottom, like these mythics here, are still pretty good. Like, I would probably put Cha at number 9 if Bloomer didn't exist, but Raid Act 4 is impossible without her, so she has to be at number 9. And also, Vegeta exists, and Vegeta is the best early unit in the game, and you mainly both use them for early defense, so that's why Vegeta's number 4. But if Vegeta didn't exist, Cha would probably be at number 4. But since Vegeta does exist, she isn't on this list, because again, these units right here are just too good to have other units be taking their spots. And these units right here are also very good to have other units taking their spots. So this, in my opinion, is the as most accurate as I can get it, in my opinion. But if you have other ideas or different rankings, then you are free to comment it down below. But in my opinion, this is the 10 most useful units in the game. So If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe because this took a few recordings. My first recording was actually kind of bad. My top 10 was pretty bad, so I had to fix it and, you know, re-record a lot of stuff. But hopefully this list that I came up with is the best. You guys are free to comment down below as well. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.